You can probably hear it from my accent that I am not a native English speaker. So today I'm going to talk about how I learned English and how you could apply this process when you learn your second language or even any foreign language. So I never had any trouble learning English like I do with any other language. For example, I studied French when I was in school and still I could not speak any French or even understand native French speaker. So today we are going to do a deep dive on what it is that I did right with English and what it is I did wrong with French. So that way we could apply this process when we try to learn a new language. You will find it funny when I say it, but I learned English through watching cartoons. When I was a kid, I would watch Cartoon Network a lot and I would despise watching anything other than cartoons. Hey, if you like this video so far, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel, and also comment down below what language you are learning right now or what you are planning to learn. I guess I must have picked up the language subconsciously because while I was watching cartoons, I never had any difficulty understanding it. Slowly I would pick up words and even slangs that I would have never heard of if I was strictly learning, say, from a book. And I was also exposed to American culture while I was still very young. So this is what's very interesting about it. You need to learn about the culture before you even try to speak the language you are trying to learn. You need to know how the language sounds like when it is spoken by a native speaker, and also the intonation of words, etc. So obviously I am not recommending you to watch cartoons now.
Duh.
But I want you to surround yourself with the language and the culture that you are trying to learn. We are gonna talk a lot more in details later. But eventually I would grow out of cartoons. The music I listen to and the movies I watch. When I go to YouTube, the podcast I listen to, it was English. I was surrounded with English. So now it makes a lot of sense why I never had any trouble with the language. This is not something that I woke up one day and decided to do. It was just something I enjoyed, the contents I consume, I guess. So when I said I struggle with learning French,
I can't French!
that was because I never tried to understand the culture deeper, not what I could see from the surface level. I never tried to understand about the people, and when I try to watch a French movie or hell any other languages, I would still be watching it in English. So my tip here is, if you want to learn a new language, you have to make a conscious decision to surround yourself with the language and the culture that you are trying to learn. Learning about the culture and the people is what makes learning a new language interesting. At the end of the day, language is all about connecting with people. And how do you think a baby learns their mother language? We don't see them getting a grammar book, learning conjugation, or picking up a vocabulary book. They learn it from people around them. They listen to people around them. They try to imitate their parents. Of course, they're gonna make a lot of mistakes when they first start to speak. Their grammars are gonna be all wrong, but they are gonna learn from their mistake. A native speaker doesn't need a grammar book or vocabulary book. So should anyone who is trying to learn a new language. Later, you can learn the grammar if that is what you want to do. You can pick up the vocabulary books if you want more words in your arsenal. But that is only because you want to do it, not because that is something you have to do it, if that makes sense.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Language is about imitating people. At first, you don't have to worry about your accent or how you sound like, as long as you make people understand what you are trying to say or get your message across. That is all that matters. Accents and quirks are what makes you you. So try this approach like how a baby learns a language. Surround yourself with the language and the culture, and you are going to make a lot of mistakes at first, but you are going to learn from it and you are going to grow from it.